Alright, it is now opened, and as you can see, I've already plugged it into my Mac, and I've got the 64 Force emulator. This is for the Mac. If you want to play Nintendo 64, it's the closest you'll get to somewhat okay performance with N64 games, but not all of them work perfectly. But for testing, this is pretty good. So as you can see, it actually has a pretty nice N64 thing. So watch what happens when I actually move it around. It actually feels really good. Almost just as good as the N64 stick. In fact, since the recent one I've had on my actual N64 feels a little bit rusty, this actually makes it really nice. It's actually better than some of the other ones I've felt. So kudos to the people who actually made a nice feeling 3D analog stick. It actually feels really tight. Well, not completely tight, but tight enough to really enjoy using it. So, as you can see, I can move around it very nicely. It actually feels very nice. Alright, so let's see. No, you gotta press this button. Wait. Okay, I still gotta configure my buttons, of course. I mean, probably the most important thing to realize is you do have to configure your buttons again, just because sometimes it registers the wrong buttons. But you know, the nice thing about this is you can actually just assign them to whatever buttons you like. I guess that is a nicer advantage of having an N64 controller. But something, let's just say you wanted to use the C buttons to jump for some reason in Super Mario 64. Now you can. You wanted to use Z button to jump, you could as well. If you wanted to do something nifty and just use the D-pad only to move, you could as well. But for now, let's see how it feels. Okay, I'm still trying to work out how to do it. So let's see what it's like moving. Can I do slow walk? Yes, you can. I can do a slow walk. Very nicely done. I can do a slow walk, can't I? Very slowly creeping as well. Let's see, if I push the bottom one, that's to jump. That's to punch. Okay, I see what they've done here. Okay, it's interesting how that... Okay. So yes, that's pretty much all there is to see. It's not really anything much more than that, really. I mean, I just wanted to test the analog stick more so because that's actually what people would be most concerned about, because if you get the analog stick right, people would enjoy themselves more. So, I mean, of course you can change the dead zone if you want to handle the analog stick restriction a little bit more, so you can actually get good traction feel where you can actually hold it slightly, you know, push it slightly, and it will do what it has to do. It really depends how you feel. I mean, if you really want sensitive, you can make the dead zone higher. It's really up to you. So yes, very impressed. I mean, the buttons also feel pretty good. I mean, you know, the A and B buttons feel pretty solid. Yeah, all the buttons feel really good. This is definitely recommended. I mean, remember, these buttons are a little bit sharper to press, but that's because it's a little tricky to actually get those kind of buttons done right. But trust me, this is a really good controller for your PC and Mac, especially if you want to relive the N64 days. This is really good. So, this is Keto signing out. Thank you for listening.